Hi there, Kerry here again. Welcome to the channel and welcome to a new video. Today is the 22nd of May 2022. It's a pretty cool and icy morning here in Christchurch, New Zealand. And without further ado, we'll get on to the review. Just a quick one today. The books I want to talk about are the Slough House novellas by Mick Herron. First one here is The Drop and the List. The Drop is also known as the Marleybone Drop in the US. It's the same book, just retitled for whatever reason. And the second one here is The Catch by Mick Herron also. Now, if you're a fan of the Mick Herron spy thrillers, the Slough House series, aka the Jackson Lamb series, aka the Slough Horses series, you'll want to pick these up without much hesitation if you haven't already read them. I've been a fan of the Slough House books for best part of a decade now. I really enjoy the writing, the humour, the wit, the wry comments, along with the action and the thriller aspects. They're really great, and of course Slough Horses recently was put on the screen as this TV series of the same name, and that was really good as well. If you've got Apple Plus, or a friend with Apple Plus, Apple TV Plus I mean, just have a grab, have a look at that, and you'll see what the fuss is all about. Now these books, like I said, you can imagine, are set in the same Slough House universe. The setting in London, the characters from the main Slough House novels make fleeting appearances. There's quite a good cameo appearance by one Jackson Lamb himself in one of these stories. Now what are they about? Well, the list introduces us to John Batchelor. Now he's an agent who hasn't really reached his full potential. His career's really gone south, and he is being assigned to the milk run. Now the milk run is where he is given a list of former agents, former assets who are all elderly and infirm now, need to be looked after, and it's his job to go around every week and make sure they're taken care of. These assets and former agents still have information and knowledge which could be dangerous if it came out, so they have to be taken care of. Now one of these assets, an elderly German fellow, dies, and it's found that he has a secret bank account. Now Batchelor digs deeper and finds a list of names which the money from these bank accounts was going to, and it ascertains that this old fellow was running a spy ring of himself for the Germans. And when Batchelor investigates further, it finds out most of the people on this list are actually elderly, infirm, or dead themselves, so it was like a ghost ring, and the old gentleman was just getting money for doing nothing. But it does turn out that one of the people on the list, a young woman, is actually a very capable woman, and it would be a great target to be recruited to the British side. So Batchelor gets the task of recruiting her. Everything really doesn't go to plan, and you can imagine Batchelor doesn't end up in a good place. Now the Drop continues Batchelor's story. It's a little bit further later in time, and he's still running this female double agent that they recruited. But he finds that his services aren't really needed. Now one of the people in his care on the milk round, Solomon Dortmund, known as Solly, sees a dead drop going down in a local cafe. He recognises the technique and reports that back to John Batchelor. And the Solly actually finds out the name of the man who performed the drop. And Batchelor thinks this could be something that would help his career if he reports it to the right authorities. So he goes to the MI5 headquarters and gets someone to look up the name that he's been given. And of course things spin out of control for him, and Solly ends up dead, and well, basically Batchelor doesn't end up in a great place. Now the next one, several months later, is The Catch. Now Batchelor is living in Solomon Dortmund's old flat. He actually hasn't told the authorities that Dortmund has died, and he's basically been living there for free. And one morning he's roused from his sleep by a couple of MI5 agents, which he thinks are rogue agents, and they want him to find a gentleman whose name I've just forgotten. Let me see. Benny Manners, who used to be a notorious cat burglar and did a job for MI5 in the past. Manners is supposed to be one of the people on Bachelor's milk ground list, but of course, in reality, Bachelor had a bit of a physical altercation with him months ago and hasn't actually been looking after him as he's supposed to. Now, these rogue agents give Bachelor a time limit to find Benny Manners, and so he has to scramble to try and look him up. Now, of course, things aren't as they all look like. Something else is going on, and these rogue agents, are they really rogue, or are they on a operation for the state? Needless to say, things don't go well for Bachelor, and he ends up on the wrong end of a fist again. Now, these books, like I said, they're written in the same style, the same sense of humour and observations as the main Slough House novels, and I understand the latest Slough House novel, Bad Actors, which came out last week, and my copy still hasn't been sent to me, it does feature Bachelor in quite a prominent role. So that's his story continued. So if you are into the main novels and you want to have a little bit more insight into Bachelor's role in things, get the drop and the list and the catch. You won't regret it. They're great little reads. They're only about 100 pages each story, so they don't take you very long, about an hour and a half in my case to read them all. Read each of them actually. And yeah, so that's those two, the Slough House novellas. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you soon.